A mother of 6 boys with one on the way, Annie felt overwhelmed much of the time, stressed by all that chaos and masculine energy in her house and all the messes they made. Oh my gosh, right? She was really struggling. But being a stay at home mom, well, gosh, she had assumed the responsibility for parenting and for disciplining. And when her husband tried to help, she found herself correcting him for being too soft because the boys didn't listen. She thought he was weak, disciplining the boys wrong, and she didn't trust him as a parent. A visual person who really liked a tidy house, oh my gosh, it felt totally out of control and like she was never going to have that and she couldn't live the way that it was. A victim of trauma in her past, she struggled to get out of her head, and that's part of why she was trying to control everything. She had had hard pregnancies and had suffered horrible postpartum depression. Fear was increasing as the size of her belly was also increasing with number 7. She wasn't sure how she was going to continue. Often in tears, her relationship with her husband was suffering, and there were frequent State of the Union talks that did not end well. And then she found coaching, and everything began to change. Though she had initial wins, which she called low-hanging fruit, working one-on-one is where she really had the biggest breakthroughs. She she began doing self-care and she was rediscovering her happiness and felt lighter, but it seemed that she had also opened the door to other feelings starting to surface, which also often happens when we start to open up. And she initially really feared feeling all of that, but with my coaching guidance, she was able to know that she really was safe, and she leaned in and she began to feel all of her feelings. And with each tear, she was on the journey to becoming fully alive, and the beautiful smile began to reappear. She was healing. God gave us all the emotions, my friends, from the deep sadness and despair to joy and to hope. So learning to feel all of these emotions is empowering. So through coaching, she learned that she was safe despite her fears, and though she considered quitting because it felt so hard, she realized that she didn't have to wallow in her sorrows anymore. No, she didn't want to. She wanted to start living the life that God had blessed her with. She had had enough of the pain. She was ready to change her story and relinquish control over all the things that she had been trying to control for a lot of years, including 6 little boys, right, and her husband. And she realized that by holding on those reins so tight, she was actually crippling her husband and not allowing him to step up as the father that he wanted to be, which was creating a lot of the tension in their relationship. She also uncovered destructive beliefs that men don't help, that they lie, and that they can't be trusted. Thoughts that came from her childhood and what was modeled. So none of that was serving her. In our work together, she recognized that all of these thoughts were lies and they were optional. She recognized that she actually was creating exactly what she didn't want all these years. So not only that was she not trusting her husband, she also saw that she was not trusting God either. When she hit bottom, deep in fear that coaching wasn't going to work, she had a huge revelation, right? It was in the breakdown that she had the breakthrough. That no amount of self-care was going to be able to help her do great when number 7 came if she continued to try to control everyone and everything around her. It was then that she made the brave decision, like this was an intentional choice, no longer being a victim to those unintentional thoughts and ways of being, old habits. No, 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 no. She now is empowered to be able to make an intentional choice to relinquish control and trust God and her husband, which totally felt like jumping off a cliff. But she did it. She was that brave because she had me as a coach standing right by her side. And she had the witness of other women who have gone before her doing these very things in our secret Facebook community. So on our wrap-up call, she exclaimed, "I was so tired of hearing myself complain. It was sucking the life right out of me. No matter how much self-care I did, it's so exhausting to complain and to stew in that negative energy. Now I have claimed freedom from all of that. I have more energy. I'm much happier, trusting my husband and God. I no longer want to be the kind of woman who's always focused on the problems and what's not going well. I want to be the kind of woman who always looks for the good. So in the past, I wanted my husband and my children actually to be puppets on a string, right? Doing what I wanted them to do. But no more. No more. My friends, she is free. And though she was fearing having number 7, like, after, even though she's done it before, like, oh, how am I going to get this baby out? All the postpartum is going to happen. No, 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 no. We worked on that too. And she now is thanking her body, her amazing body that God has blessed her with, that has the ability, her uterus, to be able to push that baby out and for her to recover well and to know, like, she has so much evidence that she has done this before 6 times and that she is a very strong woman. When she goes into labor with those kinds of thoughts, she's going to have a completely different experience when in the past she was fearing and trying to control the entire process weeks, months before everything that was going to happen. Now she's like, when it happens, it happens. It's all going to be okay. She's a different woman, and that is the power of coaching. Now, really, she shares that she has never been this relaxed as she's taken up crocheting while husband's upstairs wrangling those kids and getting them to bed. She's like, it's okay. She's just making a baby outfit, and really, like, that's holding a vision that she's so excited about the baby's going to come. She's not focusing on the fear of getting the baby out. It's like, no, 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 he's going to be in my arms so soon because she knows it's another boy, right? It feels so good. Her vision now is being manifested. She is no longer psycho mom yelling at the kids, husband yelling at her, everybody being upset at bedtimes and all the stresses. It's all gone. It's gone, right? She sees a version of herself that she loves emerging from that rubble of the past. In coaching, that's what we do, is put the past in the past. We gain mastery over that, and we move forward into an empowered future where we are intentionally creating what it is that we want. She feels peace and light that she has only dreamt of in the past. My friends, if you can relate to any of her story, please know that there's hope and that coaching may very well be the answer for you. I see it so often, and it's such an amazing privilege to walk with a woman through this kind of journey. So if this relates to you at all, please head to my website, createmyhappymarriage.com, click the little button at the top, schedule a free complimentary relationship assessment call. We'll explore if working together is a fit. If I can help you, I'll certainly share. If not, that's okay too. Like, I maybe can give you other resources. But there is so much hope. At the very least, join our Happy Wife community on Facebook where we support each other. You do not have to do this journey alone. And you also don't have to feel like you should be able to do it on your own, because most of us are missing key skills that really can make a huge difference, okay? I certainly was. I'm standing for you. We'll talk real soon. God bless you.